Hello and welcome to day 23 of your Mindful Mornings, a 30-day yoga challenge to set us up in a more mindful way through movement and meditation. Today's focus is resilience. Creating resilience is such a valuable life skill to develop. And today I had kind of two options to go with. I thought I could either go down the challenging practice that builds strength and instills a sense of accomplishment and self-belief, or a gentle and calming practice to soothe the nervous system. And both approaches really have their place, but I chose the latter today. A calm mind can effectively solve problems, and a relaxed body can rest and recover. So let's begin as always. Get yourself really comfy, lying down or seated for our 3-minute grounding meditation. And do subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date with this challenge and stick around till the end. Find out what today's mindfulness task is going to be. Begin by either lying down or sitting comfortably as I guide you through the sensations of your body, whatever they may be today. Be aware of any heaviness, discomfort, or fatigue, or perhaps lightness and energy within. Observe which sensations fluctuate and change over time and which remain constant. Pay attention to your reactions and just notice. Are you judging how you slept or wondering how the day will unfold? Instead of trying to push away these thoughts, simply notice them. See if they have any impact on how you feel and hold these thoughts and feelings with compassion. Now bring your conscious awareness towards your feet. Noticing any sensations that may be present. Tingling perhaps, pulsing or pressure points. Releasing your focus upon your feet and bringing your awareness towards your hands now. Observe any sensations in your palms, fingers, or the back of the hands. And finally, direct your attention towards your breath, noticing the sensation of an inhale and an exhale. Let us remind ourselves that throughout the day, taking a pause and becoming aware of our feet, our hands, or our breath can make all the difference as a way for us to ground ourselves. So you're going to need a few props in our practice today. We're going to grab one block, at least one block. You'll want to have a towel or a blanket for some padding and something that resembles a yoga bolster if it isn't a yoga bolster, so some big cushions. Resilience. To really gain resilience in our life, we need to have this balance between strength and also softness. And I took the soft approach today because we're going to be thinking about restoring ourselves, restoring our energy so that we can pick ourselves up again and be strong. So it's super slow today. Think much more restorative. We're literally doing one pose on either side in our practice today. We'll do sort of a side deer pose today. So we'll have the bolster lengthways, and I'm going to lift it up on one end. So you'll figure out at how high you want it, and it might be that it'll take you a while to get exactly the position that you feel comfy with. I'm going to go with a mid-height here. And then I'm going to align one hip towards that bolster. The blanket is here if you want to sit on something a little bit more soft, so you could spread that out and sit yourself on top of it, or you could snuggle into it, just doing what feels right for you. It could be that actually having your head a little bit higher is what you need, so decide whether you need that blanket or not. And then with the legs, perhaps you've got one thigh to the base of the foot, or you could be placing it on top. If you feel like that's too intense, you could always have a little bit of padding. So just feeling it out as to what you need. And then I'm going to start to turn towards that bolster, but the aim isn't that I have to have my belly flat on it. I might do, but it might be that actually I'll end up kind of lying on my side. It might be that we have one arm underneath, hugging and lying one side of the face. And you'll just take a bit of time maneuvering your body to a place where you feel like, I'm going to stay there and snuggle in. You might even actually hug your pillow, your cushion, or bolster. And take as much time as you need there to settle in. And then I invite you to gently close down your eyes. And start to journey inwards. And see if you can resist the urge to push, to go harder, to go deeper. A mantra I love to use in my restorative practices is less is more. And seeing where that path can take me on my mat today, less is more. You know that it is important to get a certain set hours of sleep for your body every night. You know this because you've tried and tested less or more hours sleep in your life already. And you know that you could not last more than a couple of days with no sleep. I'd like you to think about the idea that sleep is not the only time that we can recuperate the nervous system, our brain power, the aches and pains in our body. It is possible for us to also pause throughout the day. And in those pauses, it is possible for us to regain energy as well. to create a sense of renewal through doing nothing at all. Can you imagine yourself unplugging from the world and going into sleep mode? Collect your thoughts first before you intentionally and slowly move away from your props. And do whatever feels right. It could be moving gently through a little cat-cow or a variation of cat-cow. It could be resting in child's. I've intuitively come to sit, something slightly unusual, but felt right for me in this moment today. And then we'll think about setting ourselves up for our second side. So you might simply move yourself to the second side just so that I'm still facing you. I'm going to move my props to the other side of my mat. And it could be that you'll have the props exactly the same setup, or it might be that you need it in a slightly different variation. And you might have taken a bit of time to settle in on your second side. But then ultimately see if you can find your stillness and really hug into the support of the props, the earth, and let your body completely relax. From time to time, it might be useful to really notice an exhalation as a sense of releasing any more tension you might still be holding on to. And just reassess the body from time to time. We look at our restorative yoga practice as intentional rest. Bringing attention again to your body. Is there any way that you could be supported any more in this moment? Give your body to the props, to the earth. Bring awareness back to your body before you intentionally move. And you'll be lifting your way up and off your props. We'll be setting ourselves up for Savasana. I'm going to choose to have a little padding under the back of my head for today's Savasana. I'm going to choose to bring my bolster behind the back of my knees. Perhaps you'll bring a blanket over your body for warmth. Slowly wiggle fingers and toes. Lengthen your body as you inhale. Relax, release as you exhale. And slowly come on up to sit. Thank you for joining today's very restful practice. Have a restful rest of your day. So, today's mindfulness task. You might like to write this one down today as we're going to be practicing positive affirmations. Take a few moments today to pause and repeat these uplifting and empowering statements to yourself. I am strong and resilient. I can overcome any challenge. I believe in my ability to bounce back. This practice will help cultivate a resilient mindset and strengthen your belief in your own resilience. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon. Not only will this keep you up to date with my offerings, but will keep content like To The Being free and accessible to all.